everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Thursday afternoon here. It's later that I am picking up my camera. I wasn't sure whether I was going to film anything today, and then I got busy doing some stuff this morning, and then I thought, yeah, I think I will pick up my camera and just kind of take you guys along a little bit this afternoon. I was making some sourdough bread this morning. I have some dough here for some sourdough bagels that I'm going to bake up. I made that up yesterday, and I was just letting it, I let it ferment in the fridge overnight, and so I took it out of the fridge and I was letting it come to room temperature. I probably should have shaped them a while ago because then they have to rise for a little bit, but we won't be having bagels until tomorrow anyway. The kids and, well, all of us, I always say the kids, but it's all of us, have been enjoying the sourdough bagels. I made some sourdough bread this morning and some sourdough blueberry muffins yesterday. I've been really enjoying baking with my sourdough starter. Now that I got it all active and bubbly again, it was, I was having a hard time getting it to grow there for a little bit. I don't know if it was the change in temperature or the change in, I was using a different flour. Anyway, it seems to be growing well again, so I'm happy about that, and I've been loving making so many things with my sourdough. I'm just going to have some boiled eggs here. I haven't had any lunch yet, so I have some boiled eggs that I'm going to take the shells off of, and me and Emily are going to have some of those, and then we're going to have some chili for supper. And what else? Ben and Audrey have piano lessons this afternoon. The kids don't have school tomorrow, so we are on a long weekend, so that's always nice. I was hoping that there was swimming at our local pool tonight. I thought it would have been fun to take the kids swimming, but there's no swim tonight. Anyway, come along, see what we get up to this afternoon. Like I said, we're making some chili. I want to show you guys my my sourdough bread here. We're gonna make some bagels, so I hope you guys are all having a great day, but come and spend the afternoon with me. I made a loaf of sourdough bread this morning. This is looking so delicious. We're gonna have that with our chili, I think. I also have some Tostitos, but if anybody wants to have sourdough bread, we can slice and have that as well. I already showed you my bagels. We're going to get these shaped into bagels, and I think I'm going to do the everything bagel seasoning on them, but I'm not going to do as much as I did last time because I found them very, very salty. The everything bagel seasoning that I have is the Clubhouse brand, and I just find it super, super salty, so you definitely use that sparingly. And then these were a big hit because there's only 3 left. I think the recipe made 14. These were some sourdough blueberry muffins that I had made yesterday. Dave took a couple in his lunch, but the kids, Jacob in particular, loved those. I think Jacob had 2 or 3 of those yesterday, but I printed out that recipe because it was such a good one. All of my sourdough recipes are from Farmhouse on Boone. You can find them on Farmhouse on Boone. She is like a sourdough expert, and I've tried so many of her recipes. I think my sourdough bread, I think that's her recipe as well. The bagels are her recipe. Anyway, she has lots of good info. If you're new to sourdough like me, or if you're just looking for some different recipes to try, I definitely recommend checking out her website. Are they? I just got my dough divided from my bagels. I still have to finish rolling them into balls. It seems a little bit stiffer than what I remember, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. I have my Dutch oven out because we have to boil some water and boil these before we cook them, but we have to let them rise first. But I wanted to show you guys Ginger. She's so funny. She loves to lay on this hockey bag. Dave took the hockey bag out of the attic because the kids were going skating, and ever since he took it out, she loves to lay here. This is like her favorite spot. It's the only spot that she will go and sleep is on this hockey bag. It's really funny. So we've just been kind of keeping it here. It has to go back in the attic along with that playpen, but it's really funny that she just loves to lay on that. Do you love Ginger?
Mm-hmm. Look. Petting.
She's growing though. She's getting so big, aren't you?
She likes petting.
She's a busy girl.
I'm
actually surprised that she's sleeping there because she just had a long sleep, and then she had her lunch, and usually this little girl doesn't stop. Anyway, I'm going to finish getting my bagels all shaped here, get the holes in the middle, and just leave her, Emily, and let them rise for a little bit and just get started on a few other things here. All right, my bagels, I just turned my oven on for a little bit and then turned it off. I just turned it to like 100 degrees and then turned it off just so it was a little bit warm.
I can see the onions.
Yeah, so that my bagels can rise in there because I don't have any heat on because it's a mild day here today and I don't want to take the 4 hours to let them rise. Anyway, so they're in there doing that. In here, I just have an onion and some olive oil. I think I'm going to make chili. I thought about making goulash, but either way, it's going to be the same steps. Emily's going to help move this around. You want to move the onions around in there?
Yeah.
Okay, here, let's bring your chair this way a little bit.
Whoa.
There you go.
Okay.
And we're going to make this with some ground turkey. Okay, you can move that around. All right, this is how lunch is looking. I have 2 boiled eggs. Those eggs were so hard to peel. I hate when they're like that, when the shells are so hard to come off them. I have a piece of sourdough bread. I had 2 pieces, but I already got out 1. Oh, this bread is so good. Look at that loaf. I should not have cut it on the same cutting board as I cut the onions on because my first piece kind of had an onion taste, but oh my goodness, that's so yummy. We're gonna sit, Emily already ate her eggs and she's asking for more, so she's having a piece of sourdough bread. But this is gonna be our lunch. I just added a can of tomato sauce to my meat and I'm gonna add some seasonings. I already added some salt and pepper in there. My mom just stopped by and brought us a coffee and brought Emily some Timbits. And Ginger's crying because she didn't stay. She left to go pick up Jacob at school, but she's coming back. What did Nanny bring you?
I bring chocolate Timbit one.
She brought you some Timbits, didn't she? Emily's playing some Play-Doh.
I want to make a Timbit.
You want to make a Timbit? That's a good idea. I've been making some homemade Play-Doh for the kids, and they've been really enjoying it, and it's so much better.
Red, but it turned pink.
Yeah.
No, not pink.
Yeah, we tried to make red, but it turned out more pink. I find the homemade stuff is so much better than the store-bought stuff. It lasts so much longer. It doesn't dry out. The kids have been enjoying it.
Slimy.
Emily's been using it, and I like to get out my cookie cutters and my rolling pin and just kind of roll out shapes. And
I'm making a Timbit.
oh yeah, you making a Timbit?
Yeah.
It has been so rainy here. So today's Thursday that I'm recording this, and it has been raining since last week. It's rained all week, and it's supposed to rain.
My last Timbit.
Okay. It's supposed to rain into the weekend as well. It's just, oh, I'm so tired of the rain, and Dave's been working in it all week. Last week it was so windy. The wind blew over our chairs to the pool. We have to get that stuff in the barn. I need to get that noodle out of the pool, and I need to go out and scoop some of the leaves in that out of the pool. Normally we put a net on it, but we get so many pine needles, and the pine needles go through the net anyway. But anyway, I want to go out and just kind of clean it up where it's not frozen yet. Clean some of the leaves and some of the pine needles out, and then we need to get all of put those chairs in the barn and put all of our nets and all that in the barn for the winter.
Now. We're not going in now.
It's just been so windy. Or it's not windy, it's been so rainy. I have a can of kidney beans and pinto beans that I rinsed and drained. I've never put pinto beans in chili, so I hope you like that. I just thought I would get them for something different. I really hope we like them. My mom just left and took the kids to piano. We just sat and had our coffee together, so she's gone with them. I'm going to get my spices in my chili. It calls for 1/4 cup of green pepper. I didn't have that, but I did have a little bit of red pepper in my fridge, so I put that in there. 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. I swear every time I press record, she hollers or talks. Yes! 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. I already put some black pepper in here. 1 teaspoon of salt. I already added salt as well, but I'll add a little bit more. 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. And then my recipe calls for 1/4 cup of chili powder. I'm not going to measure that. I don't know if I ever told you guys the story of when I made chili years ago and I went to put in my chili powder and I was going to put in the full 1/4 cup and I accidentally put in 1/4 cup of the cayenne pepper. Oh boy, was that chili hot. And I remember trying to do everything. I added sour cream and I added other spices to try and tame down that heat. I think in the end I ended up throwing it out because it was just too spicy for even Dave to eat. Back then. He wasn't into hot sauce as much back then. I don't know if he was really into hot sauce at all back then. The recipe doesn't call for it, but I'm going to add some garlic powder.
What's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand. Hey darling, I love it when it's me and you on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday.
This is how my bagels turned out. I wish you guys could smell how delicious my house smells between the bagels. These smell so good when they're baking. Between the bagels and then baking my bread earlier and the chili. Oh, it just smells so, such a cozy, comforting smell. That's the word I was trying to think of. Just when you come in here, it just smells like just comfort and just warmth and coziness. I don't know. I grew up with a mom who always had homemade baked goods when we came home from school, and I can still remember the smell walking in the house after school and smelling the familiar smell of homemade bread and cookies and pies, and my mom baked all the time. So anyway, our bagels are looking and smelling delicious. Look who's back on our hockey bag. Ginger, what are you doing? Are you eating it? You go, girl. Our chili's all set to go here. So we have our chili. The kids are having milk to drink. Dave and I are going to have water. We have some chips, although they're going fast. our cheese, and some sour cream, and there's a few baby carrots there. Anybody want some baby carrots?
I'll put sour cream in mine.
Yeah, you can put sour cream on it. Watch you don't spill any drinks, you guys.
Yummy, Daddy.
Well, I'm gonna end this video here. We just finished having supper and we got most of supper cleaned up. Our chili was really good. We had it with chips and some sour cream and some salsa. Dave had some sourdough bread with his. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I filmed something that was, somewhat interesting. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you back here on Monday for another lunch video.